Before we get started in today's video, guys, I want to give a shout out to comicsplusofmacan.com. Comics Plus of Macan have been generous enough to give me a sponsorship, and also generous enough to give you guys a coupon code on their website. Anything on comicsplusofmacan.com can be got 10% off using code TruePainGaming at checkout. Look at all the Digimon product they have here. They have the new starter decks. They have all the sets currently out in the English format. All of that, and you can get 10% off with code TruePainGaming. If you go to the home of Comics Plus of Macan, you can even see that we have Chilling Reign, the new sort Pokemon expansion. We have comic books. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything you could want at comicsplusofmacan.com. And don't forget to use code TruePainGaming at checkout for 10% off. What's going on, DigiDestin? It's your boy TruePain Gaming back at it again with another Digimon deck profile for you guys. Today we have blue-green UlforceVeedramon. This deck is heavily inspired by AllGood's deck. If you don't know who he is, link in the description below to his Twitch. He's basically a Ulforce player who's been playing Ulforce since set 2 in Japan when it came out. And so he's been really mastering his craft, and he's been talking to me for a long time like, yo, green Ulforce is the way to go. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I saw his deck list way before, like way in advance, a long time ago. And then after he did really good in the H Gaming World Championship, I think he got like 4th or 3rd or something. His deck's been floating around a lot more. This is my take on it, so there are some differences. He and I talked about it, and he explained his choices to me, and then there was a few things that I thought I wanted to adjust for my liking, and I'm going to show you guys my build right now. Starting off with the eggs, this is going to be like the only normal thing about this deck. It's the 4 Demi-Vmon and the 1 Upamon that Ulforce typically will play. There's not really a whole lot to go off here. It's literally just the same eggs as blue will typically run in current format, because these are the best eggs you can play for blue in the current format. Now onto the options. Again, this is not a typical build. You already see the Flower Cannon and the Kenichi Joji's here. What is going on? 2 Flower Cannon. Flower Cannon straight busted. If they check it in security, well, cool. Now all your stuff is blocked. I mean, suspended. And then if you have it in hand, you can suspend a blocker. Simple as that. 4 Hammer Spark, because Hammer Spark is a very good card. It's a staple in blue. It'll gain you 2 memory on your opponent's turn, or gain you 1 memory on your turn for 0 cost. A very good card. Don't really think I need to explain Flower Cannon or Hammer Spark. But, yo, thank you, Vincent, for the follow. Oh yeah, all my videos streamed live on Twitch. Should mention that. Everything's live on Twitch, so go check that out, guys. Tamers. 2 Kenichi Joji. So people in my chat while we were playing this today were like, yo, why are you playing like Ken? Ken doesn't proc Ulforce. We don't play Ken to proc Ulforce, because yes, Ulforce can only unsuspend off of a blue Tamer. But what Ken does is he allows us to play Flower Cannon. He sets our memory to 3, and when our blue or green Digimon, blue or green, destroys a Digimon on our opponent's side, we can suspend Ken to gain 1 memory. Now, you might be like, well, isn't Ulforce an OTK deck? Yes and no. Ulforce is kind of ass at OTKing sometimes, because in the current format, there's so many cards in the security that I'll just murk Ulforce, jamming or no jamming, and then if you don't have jamming on the swings, it's going to be an 11k body, which is going to die, which sucks. So with Ken, you can use that Ulforce now to clear boards and gain memory, because you'll gain a memory off of Ulforce's first stand. After Ulforce kills something, you can suspend Ken to gain a memory, suspend another Tamer to bring Ulforce back up, and keep going. So that's what's super spicy about Ken. We also do play Puppetmon, and I'll get into the ratios on that later, but Puppetmon can swing over bodies on your opponent's board to gain you a memory when it attacks, and then rest Ken to gain another memory, so Puppetmon's a +2 memory, which is so strong. 2 V-Tamer tie. This one, the reason we only play 2 is because it misses timing with AllVeedramon. So you have to suspend it. It's not when attacking, it's just during main. Suspend it to draw a card. So usually this is the one you want to do after you've already gotten jamming. So we play 2 of it, because it wasn't that good at more copies. And then 4 Rena, because it's our searcher, and it gives +1k, but it doesn't miss timing, which is what's important. You can suspend it at any point when a blue Digimon attacks to give it +1k, which will then proc Ulforce, which will proc the AllVeedramon to give jamming. So that's it for our tamers. We play 8 of them. Onto our rookies. We play 4 vanillas. I played the 2-2 split between Electmon and Gomamon just because I couldn't find my other 2 Electmons. But for consistency and namesakes, you should probably play 4 Electmons. 3 Vmon, this is the one that unsuspend during main draw card. 3 Vmon, this is the OP one that everybody knows because it has jamming as a rookie. And then 2 more Gomamon. This could be 2 more vanillas, but I like this one because when it dies, you get a little bit of advantage off that for the gaining memory. I also like putting it under blockers because then it makes your blocker essentially a 1 cost if it has to die. Onto our champions, we play 2 blockers. You don't really need that many in this deck because Puppetmon ends turns, and then blockers are blockers. 4 Veedramon. I like this card, but I also don't. Getting jamming is cool, but an early blocker shuts this card down unless you have double arena or a tie in arena to make him be over the blockers. Other than that, because there's no rookies with a boost, like it's kind of rough. And then 3 Vmon, because this card also just wins games. There's been infinite amount of times when I'm at 2 memory rookie on board, my opponent's like, show me the Vmon and you have it, and I'll be like, okay, cool, Vmon. Give me the shake. So we play 9 champions actually. I don't know why I said 11. We play 6 ultimates, 4 Arrow and 2 Zudo. A lot of people are playing Where, which also makes sense, but I like the Zudo because if you hard drop it, you are going to search for 2 or draw 2. But then also he's a +1 memory when it's doing with Ulforce, and that is very nice because Ulforce is already going to give you 1. And then if you have Ken, that's 2, and then if you have him, that's going to be 3 memories sometimes. And that is so clutch because that's literally just a free Ulforce, and it's so good. And then Arrow is when it's just another Vmon basically, but if you have a blue tamer, and then also when it's inheritables when it becomes active, it gets jamming. So that's why arena is so crucial, so you don't miss timing. So we played those 6. Then we play 3 Puppet, 4 Ulforce for our champion, our Megas. I wanted to play 4, but I just could not find the space for it for the 4th Puppet. But 3 seems to do the job. Double Puppet pretty much just ends games. Triple or quadruple Puppet seems almost unnecessary. But when it happens, you're going to win those games. That's why I wanted to put the 4th in. I just could not find a card to cut. Maybe cutting 1 Gomamon for 1 more of the generic rookies and then 1 more Puppetmon would be fine. But this ratio worked out fine for me. And then the 4 Ulforce, because he's our boss monster and he's a Giga Chad. What else is there to say? So that's it for my GreenBlue UlforceVeedramon deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Huge shout out to AllGood. Link in the description below to his Twitch. As you guys saw, all of our videos are recorded live on Twitch. We stream almost every day. The times vary, but go check out the Twitch. Link in the description below. And if you didn't know, we just hit 300 subs and then 200 on Twitch. So there will be a special coming out for that shortly. And then also, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.